Yesterday was the proudest night I've ever had in a while for my hometown team, the Vancouver Canucks. They really showed me that they have what it takes to be in these playoffs, and I'm glad they're here in the second round. That said, they are facing the Vegas Golden Knights, the top seed in the West, and they have their work cut out for them. Now, as a Canuck fan, I do prefer Vegas over Colorado, because I think Colorado is just insanely good. The Golden Knights may be a better matchup for the Canucks. We'll see. So today, this is our second preview of the day. Earlier today, I uploaded the Philadelphia and the Islanders preview. It's about 8.5 minutes long. Make sure to go watch that if you're interested. And tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we're going to release the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Bruins preview. And at 3 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, we'll release the recap for Week 3. That includes the entire first round and my thoughts on that, big storylines, injuries, all that good stuff. Just to get you set for round 2. As you know, I do recaps every Sunday to go over the week storylines and every single series. Yeah, it's a tough work for me, but great stuff. Okay, so Vegas, Vancouver. This is a tough series for the Canucks, and whatever happens to the Canucks here, I'm already very happy for them. And game 1's on Sunday, August 23rd in Edmonton at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. The Golden Knights 39-24-8, 86 points, 3-0-0 in the round robin, defeated the Chicago Blackhawks in 5 games. They scored 30 goals and allowed 21 against. Mark Stone 8 points, Smith 8 points, Theodore 7 points, Marchessault 7 points, and Carlson 6 points. Those are their top scorers. Goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury 2-0, 2.5, 886 save percentage, but the starter for the Golden Knights is Robin Lehner, 5-1, 2.44, 904 save percentage. Their power play 19.1% in the playoffs. Their penalty kill 86.4%. Season series was tied in this, and it was 1-1. The Golden Knights outscored the Canucks 10-8. On the other side, my favorite team, the Vancouver Canucks. I can't stress that enough. How proud of them I am. I'm very proud they defeated the Blues. Canucks 36-27-6, 78 points, defeated the Wild in 4 games in the play-in tournament, and defeated the St. Louis Blues in 6 games. They've scored 34 goals and allowed 26 against. Their points leaders, Elias Pettersson, ties McKinnon with the highest point total with 13 points. Quinn Hughes with 10 points. JT Miller with 10 points, 5 goals. Brock Besser with 8 points. Bo Horvat with 8 points. Their goaltender, Jacob Markstrom, 7-3, 2.48 goals against average, and a 927 save percentage. Gotta say, Markstrom has been pretty darn good. He's faced 35 plus shots, a big load of the games. He's gotten the job done night in and night out. And as a Canucks fan, I'm very confident in Jacob Markstrom leading the way into the next round. Canucks power play 26.2%. Before you think that's really good, the Canucks power play struggled mightily in that second half. They went 0-7 in game 4. The Canucks power play is either really good or really bad, as people have said. Momentum killer or a game winner. Against the Vegas penalty kill, it might be a little tough to score, and the Canucks rely pretty heavily on their power play, as we have seen against the St. Louis Blues. Their penalty kill 81%, and the season series was tied. Now, the big thing here is that the Golden Knights come at you in waves. They don't stop. Their offense is really good, and their depth is throughout their lineup. The Canucks, on the other end, they have very good, solid depth. Tyler Mott, Jay Beagle, Adam Gaudette, Jake Fortin, and they all have done decently. Jake Fortin, of course, I know a lot of you guys criticize him. He's done okay. I think the big advantage the Canucks have here is Jacob Markstrom. I think that beats out Robin Lehner. And I know the Canucks struggle against Robin Lehner a lot, and that may be an issue as well. But the Canucks will need to play to their potential to make this a tough series. I think anything can happen in this series, as it is a very weird playoff so far. I am pleasantly surprised that the Canucks made it to this round. And even though I predicted them to win in 6, and I'm correct, they fought tooth and nail to get to this point. The Golden Knights have had a relatively easier time. However, the Golden Knights' weakness here, I think it's allowing too many goals. Well, the Canucks allow quite a few goals as well, but if the Canucks can shut them down and Jacob Markstrom can play very well, Jacob Markstrom allowed 3 or less goals in most of those games, but the Canucks need to play to their potential and score, get to that early start, and just don't sit back and lead. The Canucks power play needs to be consistent. They need to score on the power play and take advantage of those opportunities. The Golden Knights are good in every single form of their lineup. Even their penalty kill has improved from their season. Well, this is going to be a very interesting matchup, as young guys in the Vancouver Canucks will face some young guys from the Golden Knights, but there's quite a few veterans as well. The Canucks have their veterans, but I don't know. Experience is not a big factor here. Granted, the Golden Knights will have a little bit extra rest, so will there be a rust factor? Well, there's only a couple days, honestly, but the Canucks just played and they only get a 1-day break in between games. I wonder how that will play out. Okay, so my prediction here is going to be Vegas in 6. I know, as a Canucks fan, I don't want to say that, but I hope from the bottom of my heart that the Canucks win and prove my prediction wrong. But again, the Golden Knights have been dominant throughout the season and the playoffs, and I can't bet against them here, as they've had the all-around play that you need. The Canucks lack in some departments, especially in defense, and I think that's a big thing that the Golden Knights can capitalize on here, is the lack of defense from the Canucks. Jacob Markstrom might bail them out and steal a couple games, but in the end, the Golden Knights seem like the better team. More talented offensively. Not necessarily more talented, but more well-rounded. Again, this is going to be an interesting series. I hope for the best for my Canucks. I'm very proud of them already, as I can't stress enough. The Canucks won their first series in 9 years, and we have a reason to celebrate already. I'm very grateful that this was not Colorado the Canucks were facing, but the Golden Knights are a force to be reckoned with, and I don't know if the Canucks can manage to beat them. But we'll stay cautiously optimistic for the Canucks as we end off the preview. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Tampa and Boston. That preview will come up at 9 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow, as well as our recap for the entire first round of the playoffs. That will come at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And again, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the hockey coming up. Dallas and Colorado coming up at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That preview is already up on my channel, so if you want to watch that, playlist is in the description below, and you can just check out my channel for all my previews. Okay, that's going to wrap it up here, and as always, it's time for us to go. See you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great rest of your day. Take care, everyone.